Hi, I'm Ali. Welcome to my world, bitch. At first when I heard they were doing a live action Mulan, dude, I was stoked. Could not wait. But then, I opened up my brain for just like a second and was like, it's probably not gonna add anything new or important or like depth to the story. So like, probs won't see it. Let's look at Disney's live action remakes and reboots and judge whether or not they were actually quality storytelling, which should be the goal for a movie maker, but whatever. Or whether they were just recycling old ideas in the name of money grabbing. Peter Pan. Not a fan of the pan. Never loved the cartoon, so like I saw the live action, all of the live action ones that have been made, but it was never like a go-to for me. But also like, why did they cast an 8-year-old as the baby? So like, this is what I'm talking about. In the cartoon, this kid looks 2 years old, okay? If the kid is older than 2 years and 11 months, nah, they're fired, get out. This kid has not been toilet trained yet, okay? You can see the massive nappy. You can see, like, no toilet trained child wears a footsie one piece after being toilet trained because you can't go to the toilet in that. So for whatever reason, they thought it would be okay to cast an 8-year-old as a 2-year-old. So I'm like, okay. Like, it would have been so cute to have a toddler along on this adventure. It would have really upped the stakes because a baby is helpless. 101 Dalmatians. Dumb and Dumber. No further comments, Your Honor. Alice in Wonderland. They're always the same.
Nothing new, nothing changed, same old shit.
Same old acid trip as before. Okay, it doesn't matter if Tim Burton directed it, made it darker, and made it a continuation of the story. Like, good for you. You want a medal? Like, it's the same. Maleficent was so good, okay? And the reason that Maleficent remains amazing is because it didn't feel like a money grab, okay? But a new way to tell the story that we all know, okay? I freaking loved it. They twisted it. They made it different. I only wish to be invited to the party. Did better than any previous or future live action remakes ever could because they remade the exact same story, but they added depth, okay? They twisted it. Why am I the only one who sees things as they are? You're welcome. Cinderella.
Nothing new, nothing changed, same old shit. Same old fucking shit.
Whether it's Drew Barrymore, Hilary Duff, Selena Gomez, Lucy Hale, Sophia Carson, or Lily James. It's the same, okay? Give me one from the perspective of the mother, or the sisters, or the prince's dad, or like anything new. Just anything, just give me a little bit. Jungle Book. Didn't see it. I heard the CGI was great, but the story was blah. Just like the original cartoon. Beauty and the Beast. So they went wrong on so many points. No shade against Emma Watson. I friggin' love her. This just isn't her best performance, and it's not her fault. The whole thing was just a letdown. If they changed anything other than the slight minor hint that LeFou might not be 100% heterosexual, it's that they just completely stripped it and dulled down all of the magic and decadence of the story and the original animation. It's just like, okay, bye magic, bye decadence, like, see you never. Where was the light? Where was the crazy, amazing, rich, fancy, decadent princess dress? Where were the royal riches? I can't see them. Where are they? Where were Belle's emotions? Because, like, if they were there, I'm blind. It was just so visually dark, and that's pretty much the only thing that they changed, and it didn't add anything to the story. It actually took away from the story. The only other thing that they added was that horrendous growl, and why? Why would you do that to me? Dumbo. Didn't say it, but from what I heard, the CGI was great. Story was blah. Just like the cartoon. Credit where credit is due, though. I heard that they did add some stuff and like gave it a bit of new life, but just not enough. Aladdin. Now this one really fumes the problems. I loved that the casting was Arabic people. That was brilliant. Just love that, okay? But everything was dulled down in the name of remake. Just take the story that we know and get creative with it. Just run with it, okay? Forget everything that's been done already. Just make it new, make it different. Learn from what was done well in the last one, take those lessons, and use them. If you cast Will Smith as the genie, you need You need to forget that the genie before was Robin Williams. They're so different. If you want an impressionist comedian as the genie, then cast an impressionist comedian. Don't hire a rapper. You need to take advantage of your cast's skill set. Why didn't you? Okay, but also, like, I don't count this. This is not my Aladdin remake. You know what is my Aladdin remake? Twisted, baby! Yeah, I love this shit. This is what I want to see in a Disney live-action remake, okay? Pull a Maleficent on us. Pull a Twisted on us, okay? Twist the story. Make it different. Throw it at us from another perspective. You know? Just learn, bitch. I've gone against my sultan, the highest act of treason, but I had good intentions. I did it for a reason. You're welcome. Lion King. Nothing new, same old shit.
Same old fucking shit.
Like, yes, the casting was great. Like, it just, every single casting choice was amazing. But, like, why bother because you didn't change anything? Like, why? Just why? Why bother? Lady and the Tramp. Didn't see it. From what I heard, CGI was great, story was blah. People complained about the interracial relationship because it didn't make any sense for the time. But just, like, with their bid to rid this movie of all of its negative racial stereotypes, they just kind of went too far in the other direction. Nothing made sense. It didn't add up. But hey, it is always nice to see representation in a fantasy world where racism didn't exist in 1923. My issue is that the remakes tend to dull down what was supposed to be remaking, putting a downer on both projects and my viewing experience. The bummer of it all is that all of these remakes are actually making a lot of money. Like, in the eyes of Disney's business team, they probably see they're, like, on 100% the right track. They're not losing money on any of these projects like they were in the 40s and the 70s. They're actually blowing up and acquiring more business and cinematic universes than anyone ever has. But I hope that the creative teams are actually pushing for another renaissance, pushing the boundaries on what we think is possible, taking risks. Because taking risks during a slump is what brought us The Little Mermaid, and that shit still slaps. We know that fans and critics aren't loving the remakes, but the fans and critics did love Frozen and Moana. They killed. They were both critical and financial successes. So maybe it isn't just about money or the easy way out. Maybe Disney is viewing live action adaptations as a risk in and of itself, because they're a company known for animation, and they didn't see new stories like Frozen or Moana as risks because they're animation. Well, to that theory that I made up in my head, that's bullshit, okay? They're not all about animation anymore. They haven't been since 1992. Like, sure, mostly animation, but, like, they've expanded. But, like, regardless, live action or not, a remake is still always gonna feel like a cop-out. Unless you twist it. I don't know if I'm gonna go and see Mulan, because I have a feeling that it will try for the magic of the original but miss the mark completely and end up just dulling all of the magic down and out. I think if it goes dark and becomes like a Disney take on a historical war movie, that'd be really cool. Like, that'd be dope as hell. Or take a new angle on this legend and completely forget what's already been done. I feel the same about Cruella and The Little Mermaid and whatever is coming through the pipeline next. However, I do have a little bit more hope for Cruella. I don't think it's a remake. I think it's more of an origin story from the side of the villain, and I'm so on board for that. That sounds dope as hell. I just hope it's more quality storytelling that does well at the box office instead of a garbage cop-out money grab. Disney doesn't need to make money grab flicks, okay? They do better than just fine. But in my opinion, they were at their best when they were pushing the limits on animation, and now that they're acquiring all of the entertainment industry, which isn't totally legal, so we'll put a link down there. They're doing fine money-wise, so why continue to recycle old stories when there are so many new stories that are worth telling? Like, there's more than just fairy tales. We have Greek myths, we have Chinese legends. We also have original stories that, like, are risky, but more often than not, when you're Disney and you have a good team behind it, they are so likely to make bank. Subscribe and whatever, don't be a dick. Bye!